Shalom, my friends. I wanted to make a short little video about how modern publishing is so essential, because for a long time modern publishing was just making something public by going out and speaking it. Sometime after that, it was making something public by writing it, but speaking was still very common. Then came the invention of the printing press, and it was the biggest communication shift in the history of the planet up until that point. But you see, the thing is, right here behind me is Brother Willie, and he is in the shadows over here, it looks like, because of the lighting. But he is there. Let me see if I can get him in frame here. There he is. He is here handwriting the Bible from memory. And the ancient scribes would likely have had a copy to hand to imitate. But he is firsthand experiencing what it is like to do ancient publishing. If someone wanted to share the scriptures, they would have to be over there like him, writing it by hand with ink and all this elaborate material, like vellum or parchment. It was very, very expensive because time is money, and the materials themselves, I expect, costed a considerable amount. Not to mention that, only that, but few people even knew how to write or read in the first place. So it was very difficult. However, there came a time when the printing press was made, the Gutenberg press, and from that point forward, printing and publishing became very much easier. It changed the shape of the planet. It changed the shape of the world, and it paved the way for the Great Reformation. I expect there will be another Great Reformation that corresponds to the advancement of modern publishing in our era. A great publication of truths and the light that is for our time and has been true for all time, and the republication of the great truths of the Reformation in a modern way, to call people out of Babylon, to call people out of confusion, to call people out of apostasy, and to call them to a Bible-based faith. Do you remember the five solae? Do you know what those are? In the Great Reformation, it was based on something called the five solae, and one is like sola scriptura.
That's the only one I know. I've never heard that before.
Well, they're very interesting, and I encourage you to study them, because it is included among them is the Bible, like sola scriptura, the scriptures alone, and then salvation through Christ alone, and by faith alone. And these five solae are very foundational in what is now called the Protestant faith. And the Reformers wanted to not start a new religion or protest against their religion, but many of them wanted to restore the large universal church to a proper biblical basis and remove any interference of man. And they used their publications to do that. Luther's books on Galatians, on other books like that, even just the printing and duplication of the 95 Theses that he nailed to the church door there. Modern publishing was utilized to great benefit, and I expect that the same will be true in these last days. That the printing press will see use, the voice on a public platform and the private home will see use, the voice and publication in the church will see its use, and more efficiently than any of those methods, the television, Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and YouTube and whatever might come next that we might not even know of yet because it is not prominent or even invented, will see its use and be used heavily in these last days. So remember that modern publishing is a powerful tool for evangelistic efforts, and that you don't want to be stuck like this gentleman over here, handwriting every single Bible that you want to share with someone. You can send them a link, you can send them a PDF, you can even just buy them a book that's printed. But imagine if you had to handwrite every single thing that you ever wanted to share with anyone. It'd be quite a task right there.
Quite a task. I haven't even finished one chapter yet.
So, thank you for watching. I appreciate your willingness to watch and to share and to comment. I intend to respond to every comment that we receive that warrants a response there, that is a question and so forth. I really just appreciate your willingness to listen to our modern publications, and we pray that we can be a blessing in your lives. Shalom, my friends.